Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you, my friends. It's so good to see all of you. So many of you are already here. I was a little bit late, like by 1 minute, and I did not mean to be. Don't know what's happening over there. The dog's trying to get in here. It's trying to turn the doorknob. Excuse me. It's so good to see everybody. Lots of people that were here in the waiting room. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Mary. Hi, Rochelle. Facebook's going to be making their way in here any minute. Hi, Belinda. How are you? Hi, Flora. All right, guys. So, because I was 1 minute late, let's make up the time difference, shall we? Let me get right into things. So, I am doing a design on the fly today with some really beautiful, really, really beautiful beads. I've got some Candy Jade from Sam's Bead Shop. You guys, it's so pretty. And I haven't done, I feel a sneeze coming on. Maybe it'll go away. Hold on. Wait for it. Okay. So I haven't done a design on the fly with Sam's beads in a while. And I will be completely honest with you. This is a design on the fly only in the sense that the past week has been really, really, really hectic. It's just been absurdly hectic. There have been so many things going on for like the past 10 days. It's been more than a week. Ever since the 4th, like things have been crazy and I've been really trying to get caught up with everything. This is not really a design on the fly because I know what I want to do. I just didn't have time to do the design in advance. So for that reason, we're calling it a design on the fly, but I kind of know what I want it to be. I haven't actually executed it. We're going to do that part together and, things could go off the rails. Who knows what's actually going to happen, but I do have a design in mind. It's just a simple stringing project because these beads are so gorgeous. They don't need a whole lot of frills and other things. Now, that's not to say that you can't take these beads and do whatever you absolutely want to with them. I just wanted to do something where I'm really showing off the beauty of each one of these beads. Now, I'm gonna show you the strands. You're gonna see them if you haven't already seen them over in the shop. And I do have some little extras. So at the end, if we have time to make like a cute little pair of earrings to go with them, we're gonna do that as well. But the way these are strung, they're color blocked. And I kind of want to keep the color blocked because it's just so pretty. They're so good. It's so good. And Sam, unfortunately, is not going to be here because you guys know he is still working on the big move. He is still working to try to get everything. He wants everything to be as perfect as it can be, and I don't blame him. He doesn't have to come and hang out with me as much as I wish he would. It's okay. He is busy and I totally get it. I cannot even imagine what that move, that undertaking. I know what it took to move this office, so I can't even imagine like to move an entire, business of beads. Wow. So he's not going to be here, but I'm here. He's here in spirit. Shira's in the house. Hello, my love. How are you? Colleena's in the house. Hello. How are you, my love? And I think the rest of the team is here too. I'm not 100%. I just haven't seen them, but hello to everybody because we love you all. Yeah, I think that's it. Nothing different this week. Just a reminder that I will be on vacation next week, so there won't be any lives next week. But you still have all of this week with me, so nothing changing. Hardwired gets together at 4 p.m. afternoon, or 4 p.m. Eastern this afternoon. I'm just going to leave some words out, whatever. And yeah, that's it. Everything is still exactly the same this week. We'll make posts about next week so you don't forget, right? All right, I am going to turn you guys around and show you these amazing beads. So let's get to it, shall we? All right. Let's kind of readjust a little bit here. So first of all, we're going to cover that up. Don't tell Meredith. All right, hold on. I'm trying to adjust my tripod's acting silly again. Hold on, everybody. Get your sea legs. All right, there we go. Oh, don't look at that. Not yet. I'm not ready. All right. I apologize, guys. There's something's going on with this tripod. I think I need to replace it. Okay. So I have Candy Jade beads from Sam's Bead Shop, like I said, in 2 different colors. And I'm sorry, not in 2 different colors, in 2 different sizes. So this is the first strand that I have. And now you can see why I said I wanted to just keep it the way that it is, because it is on the strand in a color block. I literally just want to take all of this color block and transfer it over to a bead stringing strand. I want to put some seed beads between it, and then look at these amazing drops. OM golly. I can't. Like, I wish I had already gone to get my nails done, because this is my color. And I'm going to make a drop, do a little wire, you know, maybe a wrapped loop, and do a little drop, pop some seed beads in between here. And then I'm going to finish out the strand. Look, I have the small ones too. And they're absolutely beautiful. So no matter which size you get, they're absolutely stunning. The facets on these make these sparkle. They're really, really beautiful. But I think over the facet, because you guys know I love sparkle, for me, it's got to be the colors, because they're so rich and they're so bold. They're really, really beautiful. So I've got these in 2 different sizes here. You can see I've got the larger rondelles and the smaller rondelles. Let me check the sizes on these. So the larger ones are 5 by 8, and then the smaller ones are 3 by 4.5. So those are the sizes on those 2 totally different sizes. Absolutely beautiful strands. Now, like I said, I'm going to leave mine in this beautiful color block because I want to use every single bead. However, that doesn't mean that you have to do that, right? You can pull your colors out of here if you want to, right? This is a great way to build up your colors if you're like, you know, trying to have more red beads in your life or more purple beads in your life. You can pull from this if you want to. You don't have to use them all together. However, there is something really beautiful about the way that these are already strung. So I do want to kind of keep that going, at least for me. All right, now I do have some extra beady goodness here that I just want to show you. Like I said, at the end, we may have time to mess with these. I don't really have plans to add them into my design, but you never know. Things could change. So I have some glass check daisies in this purple fuchsia silver, and they're so pretty. So these are really cool because they're going to work either direction. So you have this really beautiful like fuchsia pink on one side, and then you have the purple on the other side, which is really cool because if your design is the type of design where like it's not laying up against you, but there's lots of movement, you're going to get both flashes of the color, which I think is awesome. So these are really, really beautiful, and they do work really, really well with the jade. And then last but not least, I have some table cut ovals in this blue teal, which is also one of my very favorite colors in the entire universe. So like these colors are I'm kind of obsessed with. These are beautiful. So the drop, somebody asked, where did the drop come from? The drop came from Sam's Bead Shop too. Everything you see here, Sam's Bead Shop. I don't know if the drops are in the shop yet, but they're about to be. So if you're looking for drops, he's got you covered. But these are really beautiful. Look at those little ovals, and they're table cut, so they've got that flat shine to them. Just makes them extra special. Look at them. That table cut part is what really gives them that beautiful sparkle. They're so pretty. So pretty. And again, work beautifully with the jade. You can use these with like this jade if you wanted to, but then this color also mixes and matches really well with everything else. All right, so I'm gonna sit these over here to the side, and let's do a little something with our drop here. So I've got 2 drops, and honestly, I can make earrings out of these and they would be stunning, but I want to make like a drop for my necklace. So I'm just going to use one, and I'm going to grab some wire here. Hold on. So I normally go for silver, but I think I'm actually going to use some gold colored wire today, which is different for me. Just got to find the right Oh, I found some 24 gauge. That's not what I'm going for. I'm trying to find my 22. Okay, I found my 22. So I got some gold color 22 gauge German style wire. Feel free to use whatever you want to use, but I'm going to do a little knotted head pin and then maybe a little swirly thing. I don't know. We're going to, it's the joy of design on the fly, right? You never know what you're actually going to make. You can think it all day long, but whether or not it actually comes out of your fingers when the time comes that's totally different, right? All right, so I am going to take my round nose pliers, the very tip of my round nose pliers, and the very, very tip of my wire here. I'm using, like I said, 22 gauge wire. You can use whatever you want to, though. I'm going to grab the tip of the wire with the tip of the pliers. I'm going to roll that around the tip of the pliers all the way around once, all the way around a second time. And then I'm going to stop where I see the cut in the wire. So I've done 2 rotations, made 2 little coils around the tip of my pliers. And then I'm going to bend the wire so that the wire goes underneath the 2 coils and away from my hand and away from my pliers. I'm going to take this off of my pliers and take the wire, bend it backwards, stick it through those 2 coils that I made, right? And then I'm going to use my nylon jaw pliers. Grab those. And I want to grab right up against the coils. And I'm going to use another pair of pliers to pull. And I'm going to pull a knot into the end of my plier. Okay. All right. Now, straighten my wire out a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to take my drop and thread that on and drop that down. So you can see our little knotted head pin is going to hold that in place. All right, now I'm going to do like a little, you can see I've got lots of wire here. I'm going to do a bail. I'm going to do a really simple bail. And then I might wrap my wire around the bead, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't know if I have enough wire. I just kind of cut a length. I wasn't really planning in advance. All right, I am going to do a wrapped loop. That's going to be my bail. I'm going to wrap around my pliers probably 3 times. I may get my bail making pliers. But first I'm going to start out with my chain nose pliers. I'm going to bend the wire over the top of the pliers so that when I take my pliers away, there is enough room here for my wire wraps. I don't have to do any measuring. The tools do the measuring for me. Okay, now let's see here. I am going to use my small bail making pliers. And I'm going to use the large loop for the large mandrel on those. I'm going to go up and over, rotate, take the wire around, and then I'm going to do that 2 more times. So I'm going to open up the pliers to take the wire around, and then I'm going to do it a 3rd time. So I'm just opening up the pliers, going around a 3rd time. Okay, now, and you can see I've got 3 wraps there. Now I'm going to take the rest of the wire. I'm going to wire wrap. And I can't decide what I want to do. So I want to like wrap around, but I also want to kind of thicken up my wire wraps. So not entirely sure. Should I just wrap down the side of the bead and call it a day? I guess I will. All right, so I'm going to take this off of the pliers here. So I'm just guiding the wire around the surface of the bead, and then I'm going to come down here to my wrapped loop, or not my wrapped loop, my knotted head pin. And I'm just wrapping that wire around that knotted head pin. And then I'm going to cut it off. What I really wanted to do was to thicken up my wire wraps. So I was going to go over them a 2nd time, just so that it was all kind of balanced, but I think it's fine. Okay, so Now with my triple loop bail here, I can leave it just like it is, or I can take my pliers, use my flat nose pliers here, and kind of wiggle the pliers in between the wires to open this up a little bit. Just trying to be careful. Not that we can't redo this, because we totally can, but see how I'm opening that up just a little bit? Just makes it a little bit more decorative. I mean, it's not anything super crazy or fancy, but you know, it's just a little something, right? Just kind of takes it from a regular wrapped loop to just a little more fancy, I guess. Okay, so that is ready to go. I mean, that's pretty simple and straightforward, right? I mean, there's nothing crazy hard about that, but it's pretty. It's just enough wire to give it a little something something without, you know, taking away from that gorgeous bead. Now, I do have some seed beads. So these came from Sam's Bead Shop. He's got tons of seed beads, guys. These are the hex beads. I don't know if he still has these or not. I probably should have looked ahead of time. I just grabbed them out of my box that's called Sam's box. So I'm going to use these, but listen, if you need seed beads, Sam's Bead Shop is the place to go. He's got tons of seed beads. I'm not much of a seed beader on camera. I do seed bead work and do seed bead weaving on my own, but I don't like to teach it because there are amazing people like Danielle Wicks who can teach it so much better. But I do use my seed beads as spacer beads too. So even if you're not a seed bead person, seed beads make great little spacers, and that gold color just happens to match perfectly with my gold colored wire, so we're going to use that. I'm going to grab some 19 strand bronze color bead string wire, and I'm going to get some gold findings to go with this. So let me take this off. I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to need. I know that's way more than I need here. Let me cut some of that. Okay, so I'm going to use some bronze bead string wire. I'm going to grab some gold crimps and some gold wire guardians here. All right, let's put something pretty together. We're just going to do some stringing, but you know, sometimes that's all a really gorgeous bead needs. So I'm going to take my crimp. Okay, I'm going to take my bead string wire. I'm going to thread my crimp onto the end of my beads. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. I'm going to start in the middle. I know that's weird. We should crimp. I'm not going to do that. I am going to start in the middle. And the reason I'm going to start in the middle is because I don't know how many of the smaller beads I'm actually going to want. So because of that, I'm going to start in the middle of my necklace. I'm actually going to use some bead stoppers. I still haven't found my good ones. I don't know what has happened to my good bead stoppers. We're just going to use the ones I can find, though. We're gonna start with the black right in the middle. So I'm gonna put a bead stopper on one end of my bead string wire. We're gonna start right here. I know that seems weird, right? But actually, let's not start there. Let's start on the edge. I know I'm not making a whole lot of sense. Just bear with me. I want to use these large rondelles. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So I want to use the large rondelles. I don't know how many of the small rondelles I'm going to use. So we're going to use the large rondelles. We're going to put some of our seed beads in between those. Okay. And then we'll build outwards, and we'll crimp when we get towards the end. So I'm just using a bead stopper, and I'm just going to transfer my beads. Now we got to make a decision here. Do we want to do just a single seed bead in between our beads? I'll show you. Just a single seed bead. Or do we want to use like 2 seed beads? or 3. I mean, we really could kind of space them out quite a bit by using more than one. What do you think? Should we just use a single or a double? I kind of like just a single, to be honest with you. So I don't want to detract from the color block too much. So I think I'm just going to stick with the single seed bead in between there. It just gives a little pop of color without, yeah, everybody's saying single. Okay, let's go with that. All right, so we're going to thread these on till we get to the middle, because when we get to the middle, I'm going to use more than one seed bead for our little focal there. But I wish I had gone and gotten my nails done before this, because I'm going back to the pink. I only stray from the pink like every now and then. I always end up back towards the pink, and I wish that I had gotten them done ahead of time, because the pink nails would look so much better with the pink here. Look how beautiful this kind of maroon color looks with that gold. Gosh, that's pretty. I can't get over how rich these colors are. They're so beautiful. Because, you know, sometimes when you get dyed beads, particularly jade, they can sometimes be on the soft side as far as the color is. And I don't know how Sam got his hands on these. Not all jade is like that, but you know, sometimes you get kind of a washed out. These are so bold. They're really, really stunning. Hi, Jessie. Jessie, I hope that Sam is giving you mandatory snack breaks. If I were there helping you guys, I have to have a designated snack break, and I gotta have more than one, like, because that's such a big job. I gotta have lots of snacks to keep me going. All right. So just simple stringing. I mean, we're just stringing beads on wire, but I'm telling you, that's all that you need to do with these gorgeous beads. They don't need a whole lot. Oh my goodness, that purple is so royal. Oh, it's so elegant. All right, I'm gonna slide these down a little bit. Okay. Now to this amazing pink. So pretty. Michelle says, I need snacks right now. I'm not gonna lie, I might need a snack right now. That might be why. That might be why I'm so obsessed with snacks at the moment. Like, I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. I was running behind today, so I have not had a chance to eat anything yet. Like, oh, I could go for a snack. I need one. Will work for snacks. You are right. I will work for snacks. 100%. This pink. Oh my goodness. So you guys want to know a secret? Secret is that we're actually making this necklace for me. I don't wear a lot of gold, but I should, because it looks really nice with my hair and my skin tone. I just don't wear a lot of it. And I really am, I can't even begin to tell you how much I am in love with these beads. And so I 100% am making this to be a necklace for me to wear, not just any old necklace to just shove in the closet in my tote of finished designs. No, this is mine. This one's for me. Look at that color. Oh my. So Wanda had chocolate hazelnut hazelnut chocolate spread on her toast. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I have any. I have no hazelnut spread. Gonna have to go to the store. Like right now. I gotta go, you guys. Find the keys. Oh, that sounds so good. It really sounds yummy. I have some blueberry preserves. And some toast and blueberry preserves sounds pretty good too. Not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Wow. Gosh, that's pretty. I'm glad we stuck with the single because I feel like it would have been too much if I'd have done more than one seed bead in between these. Like I don't want to take away from that gorgeous color blocking that's going on. Okay. So now we're moving on to the black. Okay. And I'm going to separate these out because we're kind of technically at the middle of our necklace now. So I'm going to do 5, and then we're going to thread on our focal here. So lots of you guys are getting your Sam's bead boxes in. I've had mine for a while. It's so hard to keep myself silent. He trusts me a lot. He trusts me a lot to send me my bead boxes early because I have to keep it a secret for like 2, sometimes 3 weeks, depending on how early he sends it to me. And it's really hard to keep that secret. But I will say this. This box is stunning. Stunning. I cannot wait to design with it. It's going to be so fun. That's beautiful. That black and gold. That's lovely. Okay, so we've got our focal here. Now, for the focal, you guys know how I feel about... running out of bead stringing wire here. It's fine. We may not use a whole lot of those smaller rondelles. So you guys know how I feel about any kind of wire versus bead stringing wire. So I would never, ever do this. Never, 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 never. Just because the metal up against the nylon coating of your bead stringing wire over time will create abrasion, which is going to wear away that nylon coating. It's going to make your wire fray. And then eventually it's going to fail, which means your necklace is going to break. So that's why I made sure that the loops on my focal here were nice and large, because I'm going to take 3 seed beads and I'm going to thread my focal on top of my seed beads. And 3 might not be enough. We may have to do 5. We'll see. Nope, 3 is going to be enough. See how now I've got it on top of the seed beads? It's still going to wiggle around and there's going to be movement there. However, those seed beads are protecting that bead stringing wire without taking away from our drop, right? I still can use the beautiful drop and don't have to do anything extra. It's just sitting on top of the seed beads instead of the bead stringing wire. So I don't have to worry that my focal is going to be the downfall of my necklace, right? So that's going to hang just like that. Which, now that I look at it, maybe it should be 5. Maybe there should be just a little more space in there. I don't know. Add 2 more seed beads and see. It's kind of hard to tell when you're working with it down on the mat. Sometimes you really need to like hold things up, you know what I mean? And really look at them hanging, which is difficult to do when I'm trying to do it with you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? get away with 2. Instead of making that little space longer, I could make that space shorter. No, that's not gonna do it. We'll try 4. Some people are saying 3, some people are saying 4. Yeah, no, that's kind of giving me wheels on the car vibes. Like, do you see it? It's like a little car. There's wheels. Yeah, we're gonna go with 3. 3's fine. 3's fine. Don't want it looking like a car. That's not my that's not my intentions. Okay. It still kind of looks like wheels on a car. Now you can't unsee it, right? It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. It's not trying to make it look like a little Lego car here in the front of my necklace. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right, so there's the black. Okay, let me readjust everything here for a second. I'm going to lift you guys up a little bit. I know you won't be as close, but we can kind of get a look at where we're headed with this now that we've made it to the middle, right? Now you can kind of see. Well, no, you can't. I'm just kidding. You can't see anything. Okay, that's where we're going. I'm starting to think I didn't get enough bead stringing wire for this, but I think I did. It's just gonna be. We may have to use. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be pretty. Oh, I love that. Like, now that I see it, like, I love it even more than what I thought I was how I thought I was gonna feel about it. Like, that's just really beautiful. How long will this be, says Heather? I'm not quite sure yet because we're kind of just doing it on the fly, but I'll let you know when we get to the end of the larger rondelles, and then we'll kind of decide like what we need to do for the rest of the length, because I did have these smaller rondelles with the intention of using these for the length, just to kind of make the necklace longer, but I'm not so sure that we're going to need it. So we may do something else with these. So I'm just going to sit these over here to the side for a second. We'll keep stringing this up. I've got 4 more sections to go. So I have that beautiful deep teal color. I've got some more of the pink. I've got another section of the purple, and then we'll finish it off with this like kind of raspberry color. So we may not need those small rondelles. Adding the seed beads in between them may have made this long enough to be what I was going for, which was kind of around like a 17 to 18 inch necklace. I don't do long necklaces very often. I kind of like my necklaces to be on the shorter side. I don't want it to be a choker, but I do like for mine to be a little on the short side. But we'll see. So I'll let you know. What about the flowers? So I was keeping the flowers to make like something matching, like a pair of little earrings to match with this. So I haven't forgotten about him. I promise. We're going to do a little set, make a little set out of this. You think it's going to be more like 24? You might be right. It is definitely longer than what I thought it was going to be. That's for sure. So, you know what I could have done, or what you can do? I mean, you can actually use the smaller rondelles as your spacers, right? You could really get creative with it if you wanted to. Like, you could put the black ones in between the the teal, you could put the pink in between the black, you could put the purple in between the pink ones. Like you could really mix and match and make a really beautiful color design that still has the color blocking, but also has like that extra pop of color. So, wow, I kind of wish we had done that just to see what that would have looked like. I'm kind of curious about that. I may have to get Sam to send me another strand of these jade to see what that would look like, because the colors are just so vibrant. Yes, Evelyn says simple but fabulous. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't want to do anything too crazy with this because the color saturation of these beads is so intense that I didn't think that it needed much else, right? The beads just kind of speak for themselves in this design, in the strands that they came in. I want Sam to get some more strands that are like this. I've been seeing recently like and I don't know what kind of beads they are. They might be crystal. I don't know. And they could be gemstones for all I know, but like it's very much like this. They're not color blocked, but they're ombre. Like the strand is an ombre strand. I want some ombre strands because I feel like if you did like if you just took the ombre strands, just like the color block strands, and just took them off of what they're strung onto, put them onto some bead stringing wire, and like made like multi-strand necklaces out of ombre strands. Oh my goodness. Like, I feel like that would be like, that's queen jewelry. You know what I mean? I want to make some queen jewelry. I need to tell Sam. And I need to make a post-it note to tell Sam, ombre strands. I don't care what kind of beads they are, but I think they're pretty cool. Remember when everybody was doing ombre hair? Okay, forget hair. I want ombre beads. Beautiful sparkly strands. Let's do like a really amazing multi-strand design. I can imagine this in multi-strand. It would be fabulous. Oh, yes, yes, yes. All right, so we are at the purple. Now we are getting really close to the end of my bead string and wire here. So I've got just enough to do this gorgeous raspberry color, and then we are going to crimp, and then I don't know, we're going to make a decision about the rest of the length, because just because I crimp the end of this doesn't mean that that has to necessarily be the end, right? We can always start another strand and hook them together, and then you can kind of have like a convertible necklace. But we'll see. We need to check the length on this. I need ombre nails. I agree, Nicole. That would be awesome. I try to keep my nails pretty simple though at the nail place, because the nail people at my nail place, they really like me because they always know what color I want, and like I don't like to make things difficult. Is that dumb? I just like to keep it simple. It's teal, pink, gray. That's pretty much the extent of my color choices. I did a double. We're gonna have to take that off. Didn't mean to. It's a good thing it wasn't too far down. Yeah, they do take a long time to get done, and I quite honestly, I don't have the patience. I would have to get the glue on ones from the store, which you guys are like, those are crazy popular, by the way. I remember when I was a kid, the glue on nails, they would never last. But those like press on nails have come a really long way. And they last a really long time now. Nicole says, but so worth it. So worth it. I already have to time budget getting to the nail place. If it takes too long, that's cutting into my beading time. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's measure because we do want to know how long this is. I do have to crimp, but we can measure before we crimp. So let's take a look here. So there's 11. So we're right at about 22 inches for the necklace, which is way longer. So yeah, you were right. We were closer to 24. I had no idea it was going to end up being so long. So I don't really need to do anything with the smaller rondelles as far as like adding length to this, which is cool because that means that I have this whole other strand that I could make a second strand out of. Now, we don't have enough time for me to do that now, but I definitely could do a second strand with this and have like a shorter drape here. I really, really like that. So let's go ahead and crimp this. I'm going to put one more seed bead. Okay, and then I am going to crimp. The problem is that now my crimps have gotten mixed in with the seed beads. Did I even? I didn't. I did. There they are. Where are my little crimp tubes? They look the same as the seed beads. I thought maybe I didn't actually dump them out, but I did. Okay, so my crimp is going on. I'm going to do my wire guardian. I should have stuck with that really long strand before I cut it with my bead stringing wire. I didn't think I would need this much, but all right, back down through. So the crimping and the clasp, that's a really good question. So the question was, how much extra length does the crimping and the clasp add? Generally speaking, it adds about an inch to 1.5 inches to your design. And really that's ultimately it's going to come down to the size of your clasp and your jump rings. So always keep in mind, the smaller the jump rings, the less length. And your lobster clasps come in all different sizes. A standard lobster clasp and 2 jump rings that are 6 millimeters is going to give you roughly 1 inch. That does not include, that's why I say 1.5 inches, because that does not include your wire guardian and your crimp. But your lobster clasps do come in different sizes, as do other clasps as well. So you always kind of want to, if you're shooting for a certain length, you want to give yourself a good 2 inches and also allow for like a 1/2 inch wiggle room to either shorten it up or make it longer, right? So when you're planning something out, which I wasn't planning because this was a design on the fly, but if you're planning, lay out your beads, see how long they are, and then allow 2 inches in there for your crimps, your wire guardians, plus your jump rings, plus your clasp. Okay. If you leave out the clasps, the crimps and the wire guardians, you only need to add 1 inch. But that is definitely going to depend on the size of your findings as well. Okay. All right, we're going to come to the other side and we're going to crimp. My goodness. It's so beautiful. I don't even know what to say. It's so pretty. So at the end of all of this, once we do get this all crimped, so we said we were right at 22 inches. We are going to be right at 24 inches with this necklace. So you were 100% correct on that. I think that was Heather that said that. Was that right? I may have gotten that wrong. I'm pretty sure Heather said that. She had guessed it was going to be right at 24 inches. That was right on the money. You're good at this. I'm not very good at size estimation. I eyeball it. I hope for the best. You know? Okay, make sure your wires are not crossing inside there. Come in with your crimper tool. Place into the back notch, give it a squeeze. Turn it sideways, put it into the front notch, give it a squeeze. And tug test, trim. Now we need some hardware here. So I'm going to need 2 jump rings and a clasp. And then let's put together a real quick pair of earrings before we go, because we've still got a little bit of time and I've got more beads and I'm not done. I don't know about you, but I'm not ready to go yet. Let's see. I'm going to have to find... Okay, there's 2 jump rings. There's a clasp. It's not my favorite, but it'll do. Okay. Take your jump ring between 2 pairs of pliers, twist. And twist. Walmart sells ruler tape. Oh my. How did I not know this? I was today years old when I found that out. No way. No way. Oh, how pretty. How pretty is that? Okay. So, got that. I'm going to flip this over because a little swirl on my... Look how beautiful. And that's like, we didn't have to do anything, right? We literally just sat here and strung the most beautiful beads onto some bead string wire and just made the simplest little focal ever. And it's stunning. Stunning. Okay, so let's put something with this to match. Let's take some of these beautiful flowers, right? I don't even know. I don't even know what to do now. Like, how do you top something that's so beautiful? So take some of the flowers. Do I need more than one? We've got some of these gorgeous table cuts. What if we just keep the earrings pretty simple too, right? And just do 2 little drops. I mean, they don't have to be crazy, because like we're totally proving, right? We're totally proving what I say all the time, that beautiful jewelry doesn't have to be all the skills that you know rolled into one, right? I mean, we can keep it simple and it's still going to be amazing. We could add some of these. I don't know though. I really don't want to cut this strand up and mix it into something else, because I really do want to do a second layer from my necklace. We don't have time to do it because we've only got like 10 minutes left, but I don't know. I could pop some purple in there and that would be okay. Listen. If all else fails, just say, Sam, I need more beads, right? Oh, I can't believe I'm going to take these off, because I really did want to. I can still do a second strand. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. But I can't not use this purple. So I'm going in for the purple. Okay. Grab some of those purple beads. They're so pretty. So you could do like, I want to do a cluster, but I don't think we've got time. Do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah. We might not get both earrings made, but we'll get at least one made. I I need some head pins real quick. Let me grab the grab. Let's see. Gold, 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 gold. Gold. Come on. Gold head pins. Okay, grab my box. All right, let's do it. So, we'll do at least one, okay? At least one. Goal is to get both earrings made, but it may just be the one. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm going to put these onto 6 simple loops. Okay. So I'm just going to bend the wire right where it comes out of the top of the bead. I'm going to trim off. I'm going to use my round nose pliers. And then I'm rolling back. Now these simple loops, whoa. These simple loops are, when I'm in a hurry, those get a little crazy. That's a little crazy. Okay. It's a little crazy. Okay. Round nose pliers. I just got a new set of pliers, you guys, from Bead. They're the vinyl handle. They say Bead on them. They are the same size as the sparkle tools that I've had forever, but am very, very hard on. So Meredith sent me the vinyl handle to try out, and I gotta say, so far I'm really loving them. No complaints. They're the right size for my little hands. I can't handle those big the ergo pliers. I know lots of people really love those because they're nice and cushiony, but the handles are so big for my little hands that I feel like I don't have a lot of control when I'm doing things like simple loops because of those big handles, which everybody's different, you know. I'm not knocking those at all because I know people absolutely love those. But for those of you who have smaller hands, this is a really, really nice set. And I got the chain nose, the flat nose, which is my favorite pair of pliers at the moment, the round nose, and a pair of bent chain nose. So they have them in all of them. I'm pretty sure they have a cutter tool too. That's the same, I'm pretty sure. But I've been using them for about 3 days now, and I really, really like them. So if you need a new pair of tools, a new set of tools, I can definitely recommend these because so far that was a terrible loop. I don't even want to show it to you. I'm hiding that one from you. You don't even get to see that one. It was so bad. No more purple sparkle, and they don't have the blue ones anymore either. So Meredith recommended these to me, and she said, let me just send you a pair so you can try them out. You can let me know what you think. And they fit in my hand the exact same way the purple ones and the blue ones do. So absolutely no complaints. And the vinyl that's on them is, ow, goodness, is nice and grippy. So I like them. I like them a lot. They're so far so good, you know. And you can see they're nice and tiny at the top. That's one of my other things is I don't like them to be chunky. I like them to be little at the top and also slim all the way through. I'm just kind of picky about what I like with tools. And I know everybody is. So, you know, this might not be the perfect set for you, but for what I look for in the tools that I use, these are checking all the boxes for me. Okay, I'm going to do one more. I need a... All right, one more. Bend in that wire. In with my cutter. Trim off. Round nose pliers. It's not the best loop either, but I really pinched the crud. I'm looking for a word here. I pinched the crud out of my finger with that. Okay, so one thing I did not grab, let me grab real quick, is I do not have enough jump rings over here on my desk that are gold. I generally don't have a whole lot of gold findings. Jump rings is one of those things that I never have enough of when it comes to gold. How are you guys with that? Like, I need more gold in my life. I just never seem to have it when I need it. There's some ear wires. That was lucky. All right, a couple of jump rings here. Those are tiny, tiny little jump rings. We're going to use an eye pin. All right, so we're going to do, let's put our flower onto a head pin. Okay, and how shall we just do a simple loop, I guess? Or should I do a wrapped loop? We'll do a simple loop because I'm not real sure. Okay. So round nose pliers to roll back. I'm still getting used to the handle on these. Okay. So now I'm going to do a jump ring. Thread that on, and then I'm going to put a bead on either side. So do that. And I wonder if I should double it. If I double it up, close that back. And then another jump ring. We're going to need two more. We're going to need two more purple beads. If I double it up, because I want the cluster to be kind of thick. So a jump ring goes onto that, and then I'm going to do, I don't know, we might be okay with it just like that. Eye pin. Let's see. That's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, we'll leave it just like it is. All right, now I'm going to do one of those. And then we'll do one of our little gold beads because we want them to match with our necklace. And then do a loop. Let's do a wrapped loop. Okay. Round nose pliers. Going up and over. Rotate. Take the pliers over to the other side. Then we're going to wire wrap. We'll add the air wire to it. And we're going to call it done. So I'm not going to finish both of them. Sorry, y'all. Got something in my throat. I'm not going to finish both of them, but I've got at least one done so that you can see them. Look how pretty. Those are just lovely. They're simple and just lovely. Got a little cha-cha to them, but not a ton, right? Oh my goodness. That's pretty. And then I'm going to turn you guys around so that we can look at the necklace hanging, because everything looks better when you put it on the necklace bust. That's just beautiful. Those are just beautiful. And it doesn't matter which direction that flower falls. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of in love with these beads. Can you tell? I'm a little enthusiastic. Turn you guys around. Pretty beads get me pretty excited. All right, let's grab the bust. Use my dusty black one that's got all the dog hair all over it. All right. Put our beautiful necklace on here. It's just simple and beautiful. The colors. Oh my. Why am I showing you guys all the mess on my desk? The colors are just stunning. Really, really beautiful. Just pop some seed beads in between there. Oh my. Yeah, I love this. I'm glad that we put this together. And then you've got the little earrings to go with it, which look beautiful either direction. So you've got that side that has like what would be the equivalent of like an AB finish, right? But it's in that kind of silver. You can see the edging of that pink popping through there and the purple. And then when you flip it, you let it just kind of do its thing and flip over. Oh my goodness. Gosh, that's pretty. Those are just magical. Those are magical little earrings right there. I love the two-sidedness of those flowers. They're really stunning. So, so pretty. Sam has the flowers. Yes. Everything you've seen in today's show, including the jade drops, you guys, those are available over at Sam's Bead Shop. So if you want those, you absolutely can grab those. I don't know 100%, but I would probably guess he's got the drops in some other colors. I don't know for sure, but I know how Sam shops for beads, and a lot of times he'll get something that he really, really likes, and then he'll get it in a lot of colors so that everybody can find what they like. I don't know that that's true for those, but I would imagine he probably did that. If he didn't, the pink ones are still fabulous. I mean, look at them. They're gorgeous. They clash with everything about me, and I don't even care because it's one of my favorite colors. It's just so beautiful. But yeah, definitely go check out all of the beads over in Sam's Bead Shop, you guys. I wish that he had been able to join us today, but again, he's finishing up all of the things from the move. They are working hard over there. So now it's time for me to go. I'm headed out, you guys. I'll be seeing Hardwired at 4 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon for our weekly project. And then I will see you guys all again on Friday at 1 p.m. for our Feel Good Friday show and 4 p.m. for Master Maker. Don't forget, I'm taking next week off for vacation, and it's okay if you do forget because I'm going to post reminders so that you won't forget. But this week is just same as normal, right? All right. I'll see Hardwired later. I'll see the rest of you guys very, very soon. You guys have an amazing rest of your afternoon, okay? I love you. Bye.